Hey everyone, it is Havo High here, bringing another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, we're going to be talking about who's next when it comes to the 130% LRs. And what I mean by that is these are category units, category leads with a secondary leader skill that have been introduced on JP and on Global. Some that currently right now is JP exclusive. We have one that is Global exclusive, but there is a pattern that's forming for these LRs. So we're going to speculate. So with that, if you are new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff, and always a shout out to DBZ Space and the Dokkan Wiki for images provided. Let's go ahead and jump into this here. So what I mean by LR 130 leads or category 130 LRs is that it provides a category type key +4 HP attack and defense 130% with a secondary leader skill of the type class key +4 HP attack and defense 100%. So that is the leader skill. The secondary leader skill for these units is actually the primary leader skill for the LRs prior to this that was introduced, what I call the Neo 100 LRs. So those units are still pretty good, but no one really uses those as leader skills unless you're doing maybe Battlefield. But these units here can be beneficial for Battlefield, and yeah. So this right here is the grouping and the pattern. So right now we have the AGLs already taken the spot taken over there. We have the strength spots taken over, and we have one extreme tech spot. So that's leaving one spot for tech, 2 spots for int, and 2 spots for physical. So that's what we're going to speculate and talk about, is what units do you think will be fitting for those spots there. Now, kind of discussion in my mind was saying, well, they're not going to put in a major units. Now, you might go, well, LR Frieza, full power Frieza is kind of a major unit, but yeah, it's not Golden Frieza, right? So I think they're still going to put some secondary characters on here, still important characters, but not like Goku's or Vegeta's or Gogeta or something of that nature. It's going to be in that, you know, kind of middle range realm of characters that we're used to. So so anyway, let's go ahead and start by going through each of the type advantages and starting with Super Tech. Now, this wouldn't be a LR video and a speculation video without me saying the LR that should be coming out for Super Tech, in my opinion, should be, that's right, Krillin. I did a video a while ago saying that this is really disrespectful that Krillin does not have an LR, even a free-to-play LR, and he actually doesn't even have a summonable TUR or UR or SSR or Dokkan Awaken TUR in this game. It's crazy. This is such a major character in the Dragon Ball series, and he deserves absolutely a 130 LR spot. Now, whether or not they do this LR in maybe the Planet Namek saga, maybe even the Android saga, they could do, if you look back into these units here, the super units, they're actually duos, right? And then there's the extreme units are just single individuals there. So if they do duos, we might actually end up seeing a Krillin and 18, which I think a lot of people will really enjoy having a unit for that, and especially summoning for a unit. You know, we would like that as well. Now, they could also bring in 18 not from the Android saga, but from the Tournament of Power. So I think the category for this could be Planet Namek saga, Universal Survival Saga, Representatives of Universe 7. Any one of those would be great, or a totally brand new category type Z Fighters is what a lot of people would be recommending from there. So if they were to do something like that, maybe what would be the passive skill? Now, I'm not going to do this for every single unit that we're going to be talking about, but I would love to see Krillin as a amazing support unit, but also being able to do some damage as well. So I would say his passive could possibly be like attack and defense 50%, and if he had 18 on the team, you would get a 40% attack boost, and if you had Goku on the team, a 40% defensive boost, so giving a 90% on top of that. And then he could be a excuse me, a totally support class for super class allies, key +3 attack and defense 50%, which would actually make this unit at maximum 140% attack and defense, which would be amazing. But I don't think it would be too overpowered, but his value would be really high as a support unit here. So this is what I would recommend and what I would like to be Super Tech. Now, there would be another option that would, a Krillin would still be an LR, and that would be actually this unit here, a Roshi Krillin Goku. And the reason why I'm bringing this up as an alternate Super Tech is that it's part of the Legendary Election. Legendary Election units was supposed to be all these units supposed to be becoming. Well, we're speculating that all these units were going to be becoming LRs sooner or later, and this is still on the un-LR'd list, meaning that they haven't come out with the LR yet. So this unit here could be viable, but most likely this will be a free-to-play LR versus a summonable LR. But I just thought I'd bring this out here, and most likely this will be a DB Saga LR 130 if they did something like this. So this is an alternative to Krillin. I'd rather have just a Krillin LR, but I just wanted to bring this up. So let's go ahead and move on to Super Int. And in Super Int, in my opinion, would be Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks. Now, a lot of people are already thinking that Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is already an LR because of Trunks and Goten, and then they kind of transform during a super attack. But this is a part of the Legendary Election as well, and I think they will do a Super Int Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks as a 130 lead, and it would make total sense. You know, we have the EZA that just came out on Global. You know, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, there's two really, the Fizz Tanks and the EZA. There's no really strong LR unit, and I think, Gotenks deserves one. So this Legendary Election unit here is, I think very, very plausible. So it would be a Category 130 leader, Super Saiyan 3 or Hybrid Saiyans or something like that. So I think this can absolutely work out. Now the secondary to this is kind of totally, different, and this is kind of going back to the whole duo scenario. If they kept the supers with like duos or trios, then this option could be possible as a Super Int, and that would be Champa and Vados. I think a lot of people would summon for this unit, maybe being a LR 130 a Universe 6 leader, and I would summon for this unit. Maybe this would be a support unit slash a unit very similar to Abeerus and Whis, doing a lot of damage, and it could pair up with the Champa or maybe even the Vados, and link up those units very well. So I think this could be an alternative for the Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, but like I said, this is more of an alternative. And by the way, this unit here will probably buff up Kale and Caulifla even more. So yeah, anyway, so now let's finish up with the super type 130s with the physical super as Ultimate Gohan. I am for sure one of these 130 LRs will be a Ultimate Gohan. I'm like very, very confident about that. The funny thing is, well, once again, kind of going back, this is a part of the Legendary Election. He is on this, as an option, but I did do a April Fool's joke, and a lot of people fell for it. So I did a banner here saying that Ultimate Gohan is coming out on a Legendary Summon. If you did fall for that, comment below if you saw that posting. If you want to go revisit some of my old videos, it's April 1st. Actually, I posted it March 31st, but March 31st of this year in 2019, I did do that, and it was actually kind of fun. So if you want to check out that video, go ahead and look it up. So, but yeah, I really think that Ultimate Gohan will be a 130 unit. It could be tech, it could be int, but I'm just going to leave it here at physical. I don't have a secondary option for this because that's why I'm very confident that it will be somewhere in this realm and arena here. Now you might go, well, there's already LR Go Bros, and you are right about that, but I think LR Go Bros is totally different. It's a siblings category. It provides a 170 lead versus a 130. I think this would be just kind of a secondary leader here, and it will buff up Majin Buu Saga, not so much on Hybrid Saiyans, but maybe they'll make this unit here Representatives Universe 7, the super version of Gohan. So maybe they call it Super Ultimate Gohan or something like that, and then you could use it on the Hybrid Saiyans team along with the Hybrid Saiyans leader Ultimate Gohan. So anyway, I really think that this Gohan will be a 130 LR sometime in the near future. So now let's go ahead and move into the extreme side of things. So the extreme side of things, I think the extreme int will be Merge Zamasu. I really, really want this unit. If you were to ask me what units I want to see as an LR. I think this is top of my list. Yes, we had a transforming Zamasu of recently on JP, but we have LR Rosemasu, which is my favorite LR in the game. I would like a merged Zamasu. I don't call him Fusion Zamasu, by the way. It's merged Zamasu, and as a LR 130. Now this also is a part of the legendary election, so it is an option. So I think there is a high chance that a merged Zamasu can be a 130 LR soon in the future. Now, the last option here is the extreme physical, and I'm going to go here with Kid Buu. And now just continuing and going with the pattern, Kid Buu is a part of the legendary election. It's still an option there. And, you know, Kid Buu, unfortunately, you know, has a support unit. The link set for the int version of this isn't very good. And yes, the support unit is extreme physical. I already know that, but they could change this up a little bit, right? So they can use this unit as an LR, maybe change the name from Kid Buu. Maybe actually they do something like they bring in Majin Buu instead of Kid Buu. So that could be an option there. Now the funny thing is I did do a old LR, old Havo cards, if you guys remember that, and what his passive could possibly be. And I think this would be a very neat passive. And that would be absorb stats from linked allies, and then add in attack and defense 100% and HP regain, which is a normal Buu passive or a skill. But absorb stats of linked allies means that if you put the Buu in the second position, it would absorb the stats of the other two units, and then he would absorb that and then get 100% boost. That would be probably OP. Maybe only a 50% boost or something would be great, but if you moved him in the first position, he would only absorb the stats of the second position, and really would be less damaging because of, you know, you're not grabbing both of the stats for if you're in the second position. So anyway, hopefully you guys kind of get a visual of that. Is I think that would be a very neat thing to do, is for a Buu, you know, absorbing units, is keeping him in the second position to have that maximum damage. And yeah, that would be kind of fun. But I think Kid Buu would be a 130 lead. You know, I don't think it'd be overly hyped for people to summon for this unit, and having them as a 130, I can see that happening here. So anyway, let's go ahead and break this down. What, in my opinion, I'm not going to put the alt versions of what I kind of talked about here, is it's not going to be like Super Saiyan Blue Gokus and Vegeta, or even like Kaioken or anything of that nature. I think they're going to go with I shouldn't say secondary characters, just characters that aren't you know, primary, you know, Vegetas, your Gokus, etc, right? So I think on the super tier here, you're gonna have a Krillin Tech LR, you're gonna have a Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, you have an Ultimate Gohan. That'll finish out the top there. Maybe you'll have a duo of like Krillin and 18, something like that, but I can see the super on there. Extreme will be a merged Zamasu Int and a physical Kid Buu, or maybe a Buuhan, and I think that will be what it would end up looking like. So if you agree with me, disagree, let me know in the comments below, and tell me what your thoughts are on who's next, who's coming as LR 130s. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and in the speculation here. So with that, if you are new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. So keep on Dokkaning, and thank you guys for watching. Catch you next time.